Honey, I'm home. Honey? Honey? He was so young. I mean... Excuse me. Hello, ma'am. My name's Will. I'm the head of Triple W Studios. Are you like some kind of great detective or something? No, ma'am. I'm a YouTuber. Great. I'm sorry about your loss. But I was just passing through, and having heard all the evidence, I have reason to believe that your husband was murdered. Murdered? Yes, ma'am. Murdered. If you'll give me time to review, look around, I might be able to come with the conclusion on who the main suspect is. Sure thing. You have my full cooperation. Thank you. Let's get started. What is up, you guys? Thank you for clicking on Triple W Studios. My name is Will, and today we're going to be reviewing set number 21338, the A-Frame Cabin. This set comes with 2,082 pieces and will be retailing $179.99 in the US and $159.99 in the UK. I've been anticipating this one for a long time, so without further ado, let's get to it. And starting off here on the front of the box, we have the typical LEGO Icons design, this time in brown. Taking a look at the back of the box, we can see some of the set's many details and features, including how the trees can clip off from the sides, and of course how you can open the A-Frame cabin itself. It looks like a nice detailed interior, so I can't wait to get this set built and take a look inside. So without further ado, let's get to it. So upon opening the box, you'll find all the numbered bags, this one going up to 15, as well as, of course, a bag with the canoe and multiple larger pieces on it, and a really nice looking instruction manuals, 2 of them in fact. And of course, those instruction manuals will have messages from the fan designer and the creators of the set itself. Alright, time to get started. Alrighty everyone, and here we are with the final product. This was an extremely fun build. I'm really enjoying the natural landscapes that LEGO keeps putting out. So let's take a closer look. Alright guys, starting off with the minifigures here. The first one is this woman in a blue sweatshirt and a knapsack. Next up we have a woman in a more Christmas sweatshirt. Or at least that's what this one reminds me of, is more of a Christmassy type. Love the green glasses though. Next up's a really detailed figure. I love how you can see the lining on this guy's coat and even his boots. He has a knapsack. All minifigures in this set have interchangeable faces. Come to think of it, the wife looks pretty happy for a murder scene. And then of course we have our last minifigure. Oh, that's right. I still have to solve that, don't I? I mean, sometimes folks, you just gotta wonder what you're doing here. Here I am trying to solve a murder mystery in the middle of a nicely designed A-Frame cabin set. Who does that? I mean, I can't help but think I'm missing the bigger picture here. There are lots of more important questions that sometimes need answered. I mean, like, which came first, the chicken or the egg? I mean, some would say the chicken, but I mean, then where'd that chicken come from? And then some would say the egg, but then where'd that egg come from? I mean, seriously. Anyway, I'm getting a little off topic here. Let's get back to the review. Taking a look at our final minifigure included in the set, the guy has nice blonde hair, as well as I love the little tree logo on his jacket. He seems like a really easygoing type. Now, if only this case were a bit easygoing. Okay, taking a look at the first side build here, we have a little log pile with a nice red and orange leaved tree with a bluebird on top, and no less. We have a bucket here with a couple of accessories. We got an axe, and I'm not 100% sure what the stick's supposed to represent. Please let me know down in the comment section below if you have an idea. I'm loving the design. It looks very nicely integrated into the landscape. On a personal note, I'm loving all the new printed butterflies in this set. Next side build here is a little stream with 2 more trees, 1 gold, 1 green, and a nice little place to set a rowboat, as well as a new otter piece that was introduced this year. Taking a closer look, you can see a frog, some mushrooms, there's a little bucket here for a paddle, and even a place to hang up the lantern, and then a nice place to set the canoe, even a box with some life preservers, and I'm assuming this is some bug spray or something, which is a pretty good idea if you ask me. Up in the trees, we have a nice red robin just sitting and chilling out. And there's really not much more to say, other than the fact that I do wish they had stuck with the original creator's tree design. Thankfully, we got a tree similar to that in the upcoming Rivendell set, but still it would have been nice to have seen that in this set too. And of course, let's not forget that adorable little otter. Starting off with the front of the A cabin here, it looks absolutely incredible with all the wood paneling. I love the steps going up to the door. We even have a nice little cookout with an egg going. Yeah, eggs. Anyway, we have a table and a chair out front that reuses the Indiana Jones whip, which of course we now know that Indiana Jones is coming back later this year, so that's probably a prelude to that. There's also a squirrel sitting down there too, and a birdhouse hanging on the wall. Taking a look at the back of the A-frame cabin, we have a little bathroom essentially, as well as a shovel hanging up. I also love the design of the gasoline can sitting on the side, and of course a couple dials presumably to check on the gas and water pressure. And then of course up top we have a little smokestack. And finally, before we take a look at the interior, we have some nice wood paneling on both sides of the house, as well as connectors points so you can connect the two smaller pieces I showed you earlier. Each panel of the set is easy to remove, as you can see right here. They just pop right off, and then of course they can just simply pop right back on and slide into place. Starting off on our detailed interior, we have a little kitchen sitting over here on the side with a sink. You can see a milk carton and a couple of drawers. There's also a small wood pile for the smokestack, which of course connects to outside. And over here, we have a really nice deep cut as we have the LEGO Ideas typewriter set right here. Presumably someone here works for the news, which is good because there's quite a lot of news coming from this place. Checking out the other side, we have a little desk here and stairs leading up to the second floor, and over on the other side we have a couple chairs as well as a vinyl player for playing music. And the guy even has some gems sitting up there. I wonder if this was no ordinary person. Then of course we have a magnifying glass. I always love the magnifying glass piece, and it's really cool to see that here again. Moving on to the crime scene, I mean the top room. We have a bed, a camera, there's even a compass, a shelf with a trophy and books. On the other side we can see a map to somewhere suspicious, as well as a nice little tree house build, which is of course a build based off the LEGO Ideas treehouse that came out a couple years ago, and we even have a spider in the attic. LEGO always seems to have really incredible looking interiors, and this is no exception. I'm sure people are going to really love the rustic charm as well as the references to previous LEGO Ideas set. And on a final note here, I'd like to bring up this picture hanging up on the wall. It's supposed to be another design from the fan designer who created this set. So quick shout out to him for making such an amazing set that got chosen by LEGO and now we can have in our very own homes today. Alright, taking a quick look here at the amount of extra pieces included in the set. There's some really cool ones, including on the printed tiles. We've got an egg, an acorn, we got the edge of a log, we even got a little clock and compass that are all printed on a 1x1 tile piece, some circular, some square. We've got a pistol, we've got a golden minifigure trophy. There's even the top of a mushroom here. I'm going to start trying to include all the extra pieces included in the set so you all can see what smaller pieces you can add to your collection. Taking quick note here of some of the specialized pieces that really intrigued me and included in the set. Of course, those new printed butterfly pieces, as well as the return of the Indiana Jones whip, are some of the standouts in this set. And also the amount of Thor's hammers you get included in this set are just really impressive. Alright everyone, taking a look at our review chart, starting off with our build time. This set took me exactly 3 hours and 7 minutes to build, so quite a long build. Visually, the set is pretty stunning, though I once again do wish those trees were of the creator's own design. But taking that fact into account, I'm still going to give this set a solid 8 out of 10. Stability-wise, I think the biggest problem people will have is with the leaves on the trees and of course the branches. Those are more prone to break off pretty quickly, and there are a bunch of loose pieces sitting around, especially in barrels like those oars or the axe on the log pile. And that's definitely going to annoy some people who want to transport their set from certain places to certain places. or even when it's required for transport. Stability, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Design-wise, I mean, A-frame cabins are an incredible looking design, so in that sense, it looks incredible, and I definitely love what the LEGO designers did with it, and of course having the Thor hammers make up the rocks at the bottom, which was an idea of the original creators. They did a pretty good job in terms of design. Design, I'm going to give it a 8 out of 10. Price per piece. Now, some people prefer their price per piece ratio. Some people prefer to judge it some other way. So on this chart, I'll have both different ways. Now, price per piece. Now, I like to judge my pieces like 100 pieces per 10 bucks. Now, this set costs $179.99 in the US and comes with 2,082 pieces, which is quite a good amount of pieces for the price. So if you're looking at a piece to price ratio perspective, that is definitely really good. Now, price for what you get. Is this set actually worth $80 without taking the piece count into account? With its well-designed and everything and all the detailing, as well as its size itself, I would say this is a pretty good set and is very much worth the price if you have 180 lying around. Now, obviously, even if I recommend a $10 set, that's going to be much more affordable than this kind of set. So giving a final verdict here, I'm going to put it at an 8 out of 10. The biggest problem, of course, being the price. The set is definitely worth the price, but that's still 180 bucks out of everyone's wallets, which is something that I know some people just simply can't do. If you're a fan of the A-frame cabin design, or even cabin living in general, you definitely will love this set, and I would definitely recommend it. Ladies and gentlemen, I have come to the end of my investigation. And Detective, what did you find? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Well, that is not true, because of course, without nothing, there is definitely something to find. What? That doesn't make any sense. Observe. Your husband was obviously very skilled in the art of testing minerals. Am I right? Yes, that was his job. Precisely. Now, taking a look at the crime scene, as you can see, the knife has completely disappeared. Telling me two things. One, whoever murdered your husband was obviously very skilled at covering his tracks. Two, there's absolutely no way I can solve the case. Wait, what? You heard me? There's no way I can discover who killed your husband. You are a terrible detective. Yes, I know. That fact pains me to this very day. But do not worry. I will keep my eyes open in other reviews, I mean inspections, and maybe, just maybe, we'll get to the bottom of this. Well, thank you for trying, I guess. Sure thing, madam. Now, if you excuse me, I must go fishing. Fishing? Fishing. Well, everyone, I think that about wraps it up for this review. I certainly hope you enjoyed yourself. I had a hard time, of course, solving this case. And, in fact, I didn't solve it. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing, and hitting that notification bell so you don't miss another video. This is Detective Will of Triple W Studios, signing off. Now, if only I could have solved that case. Wonder who did it. Oh, bye-bye.